All right, kids. I don't know what was going on with everything, but it looks like we're gonna start over. I guess. Um, yeah, I don't know what was going on. It doesn't really matter. We're just gonna continue what we're doing. Uh, but what I was saying before we had the technical difficulties that we have, um, is that Star Wars has this interesting checkered past with video games in general, right? With the trailers, with the releases, with everything that's going on, um, it seems like Star Wars has this interesting past with gaming in the sense that we get to this point where they release trailers like Eclipse, right? And we have this trailer. We're going to go through that real quick just to show some of these different issues that we have with these IPs in the past, mainly because we get to this point where uh, everything is, I don't know how to put it, but everything's up in the air, right? Nobody really knows what we're going to do. Nobody knows what's going to come out. Nobody knows any of the intricacies of what's coming, right? We just assume because everybody's out there and these trailers are out there that they actually come true, right? That they actually uh, make it to air, so to speak, and that's not always the case. Um, you know, it's a crazy thing to witness. A game like Eclipse, a trailer like Eclipse, and um, and then all of a sudden, we get the wool pulled over our eyes. Um, so yeah, it's a checkered thing. It's a tough thing because we get into this where like we got Eclipse, and I'm going to show the Eclipse trailer before we show this trailer, just to show like the level of stuff that they will show us is remarkably high, right? And it's got this quality. They release these trailers, and it's this top tier quality, right? But then they give us these trailers, and they're just amazing. But then they don't release anything, right? Nothing gets released. Everything's kind of up in the air, but they give us these amazing trailers. So, and I think I was talking to Sheev earlier, um, running through this trailer, and I was just like, is this going to be another one of those moments, right? Is this going to be another one of those moments where Star Wars pulls the wool over our eyes, right? Where we think, um, yeah. This looks so much like the cinematics of old. Stanley's how's it going? But not only that, it's just like, are we going to actually get the game, right? Is the game actually going to come to us? Is it going to be, what we've been waiting for, so on and so forth. So it gets to this interesting point where it's like, I don't know, I don't know if we're, I don't know if we're going to see it, you know? I don't know if we're going to see it. And so it puts us in this interesting trajectory where, um, I'm hopeful, but is that really what's going to happen? So I wanted to go through and bring up um, the KOTOR. Actually, not. I'm sorry, not that. The Eclipse trailer, and I wanted to see, what. If four, it's five. Well, that's why it wasn't making it to the output. There you go. Okay, that's probably. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna run through the KOTOR or the Eclipse trailer just to show you the quality of work that we were in hoping to get, and then come to find out it's been years uh, since this trailer's come out. I mean, this trailer is fantastic, right? And this was several years ago. I mean, we have dissected this at nauseum. It looked so good. It looked so promising. We talked about it so much. What's up, man? The birth. The emergence of a leader. So good, man. So good, right? It was so good. And, unfortunately, nothing ever came of it. This is a trailer that we were kind of all hoping that would come our way, and a game that would come our way, and it never really did. And it's really been a crying shame because we get to this point where now we have this new trailer, right? Let's see, Stanley's. Let's see what Stanley says. Invictus, what's up, man? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you like the trailer that's coming. If you haven't seen it already, yeah, it's a doer. Let's see, yeah. So Stanley's, they jumped in. Yep. Uh, yeah, yeah, and start. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big believer. Don't give me cinematics, right? I know that's kind of a hot take. I know it's not really what everybody thinks, but don't give me a cinematic trailer if there's not a game, right? I'm one of those people that like look. At least when Outlaws came out, Outlaws had a cinematic trailer with gameplay, right? And so you got to see the gameplay, you got to see what was going on. It was magnificently done as far as the marketing goes. Now here we are again with another what looks like another banger of a game. They actually shut the door on this style of game. We were all hearing about a KOTOR remake, but maybe this was it, and they shut the door on the KOTOR aspect of it and made it more of a fate. So an after game, not so much a true remake, which is great. We'll just have to see what kind of play it's going to be, right? Is it going to be the same style? Choose your adventure, build your character, light or dark. You know, is this going to be a rebirth of Revan? Um, what is she going? There's so much, and not only this, but this is going to give Lucasfilm Games a huge jump in the market for KOTOR. There's going to be so many rebuys. There's going to be so many on Switch, on PlayStation, on PC. There's going to be a rebirth of KOTOR, which is, again, I've played the game a bunch, and I think that, to be honest, this might be a good opportunity to go back through and rummage the KOTOR lifestyle. Go back to the '90s when you had to buy an Xbox to play KOTOR. Um, Now it's on every platform. Now you can find it everywhere. It's like it's a minimal amount of memory to download the whole game to your phone and I think there is a phone. I think there is an app that is KOTOR that you can play if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's an actual thing. So, oh, that's not what we're doing. So, yeah, I'm very curious as to the um, what the end game is going to be, right? Let me get that back up. Where'd you go? There we go. Yeah, so I'm really curious as to where we go in this story, the way that the gameplay is going to work out. It's really amazing that we have this new story, right? It's not just going to be the old broken story that we've gotten over the years with KOTOR, a true remake. They did SOTOR. The cinematics in SOTOR look a lot like this. So I think without any further, I think we should just play this bitch and just get this party going. Yeah, so let's see. Let's put us back where we belong. Yeah, so there it is. It's an interesting trailer. There's a couple things I want to kind of break down. And so I really want to see what the shit. I really want to know what the hell that is. Oh, too far. So what is it? 13. God damn it. Yeah, I don't want that. No, I think it is Bastila. I thought Bastila died. See, I don't know if that's like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I'm quite confused on what that could be. I'd have to go back through. I mean, the end of KOTOR, the ship blew up. Um, yeah, I can't tell if it's a pod or a droid. I can't tell if it's like a crane that's like picking something up to present it. Um, I'm not quite sure what it is yet. Um, yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is yet. I'm curious. Uh, yeah, I'm curious. Too far. I mean, it's a really good trailer. It's really pretty, but I just don't know. Okay, let's go look at the ship a little bit. So again, I might have to go back to KOTOR. Yeah, I thought it looked like a KSO or K series or I mean, I don't remember what droids. Again, it's been so long since I played KOTOR. I can't remember if you had a droid companion or not. See, I want to get a better look at the ship here in a minute. And I'm covering the people on the street. So let's get a better look at the ship. I mean, the Ebon Hawk was like. The Ebon Hawk was kind of curved that way. I'd have to look at the guns. I mean, that would be. I mean, it's not really the same. Well, it's not really the same. Yeah, the engines don't match, so it looks like it's a different style of ship, right? It's not the Ebon Hawk. It looks like a completely. Oh, maybe, dude. No, 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 no. You have an asteroid. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that, Stanley's. Um, I wanted to get a little more look at this ship. I don't think they give us a very good look at it. Just flying through even here. We kind of get a good look there. So it. Let's see. I mean, uh, 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 to, I mean, shit, right? It looks, no, I mean, his ship has a different cockpit, though. It looks like a little bit of a direct cockpit, but it's a very similar design to a ship we've seen kind of recently. Hmm. Where are the engines? No, I guess not. It's a very similar design. This thing has engines where this one doesn't. I was gonna say it kind of looks like Luthen's ship. The overall design, except for the actual uh, 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 jet engines, right? Because his were like an oval light, kind of like the Falcon, and the cockpit is looks like it's a little further inside, where Luthen's was kind of like on the side. I don't know. I need to see the Luthen ship cockpit. I need to see him fly it. Where is there any? No, that's a Lambda. What the hell am I looking for? No. Damn, there's not very many shots of him like actually flying. I guess there are, but it's so similar. It's so similar. Wow. It's so similar to Luthen's ship. I mean, even kind of where they exit. Um, yeah. See, Stanley's, you kind of read my mind, man. It looks a lot like Luthen's ship. Like, a lot. Like, you exit. I think you exit on the side, similar to Luthen's ship, right? Like the guns in the turret, or the guns there. The way you exit on the side, uh, it looks a lot like Luthen's ship. Here, I'll show you guys. I'll add this. Share screen. We're gonna go with Luthen's ship. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so let's add this. Let's see. So I'm looking at like this picture from Reddit, right? Let me pull it up bigger. There we go. Oh, you're not gonna show it to me? You suck. Okay, so if you look at that, you look at the wings, uh, you look at the ramp, the same side they come out, the kind of rounded cockpit. And it looks a lot. I mean, you got the gun turrets here. I mean, that looks a lot like it could be Luthen's ship, man. That looks a lot. That looks a lot like it could be Luthen's ship, or a variant, kind of from the same era, but like Stanley was saying, heavily modified. But man, that looks so close. Man, that looks so close. Like the rounded here, the ramp, same style. That's sick. That's sick. Like I said, this game looks dope, man. This game looks really dope. I really hope it really comes to be that it is a real legit game. Like Star Wars has a bad habit of doing that, you know. Back to tank. Yeah, man, that looks good. That looks good. I don't know about you guys, but that looks good. All right, one more go, and then we'll call it. I just wanted to talk about this, man. This is nuts. It looks a lot like Luthen's ship, man. Same style, same design. Like, the engines are older. And that's no doubt the Leviathan. I have no doubt. I mean, especially if it's called Fate. It's so crazy. The fact that there's something alive in there, or like that anything survived, right, is crazy. Let's see. Stanley's the a crashed or buried starship is the same design. No, it is. It no doubt is 100% uh, the Leviathan, right? I have literally no doubt. Um, I have no doubt that that's the Leviathan. Like without question, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. That is 100%. I'm gonna go back to it because that's how much I believe in it. Um, but that is 100% the Leviathan. Like we're gonna go right here. Like there's no doubt about right there. That's the Leviathan. Like there's no doubt in my mind. You know, if you look at it, um, that's the Leviathan. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good. Um, the Leviathan, 100%. That's the Leviathan from Knights of the Old Republic, right? I mean, does anybody think otherwise? I think it could be Revan on ice, maybe. Right? That's the Leviathan, 100%, no doubt, from KOTOR. So that's got to be like Bacta Tank or and at what point after? At what point after is this? Right? Like, is this within moments after? I thought, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, see, so it just depends. If you don't remember real quick, if this is Bastila, right? Just in case you guys don't know, if this is Bastila, Bastila Shan can die, right? Bastila can die in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, specifically on the Star Forge. If the player chooses to kill her during the final confrontation after she falls to the dark side. If you're playing the light side Revan, you can redeem her by talking her back to the light. But if you're dark side, you kill her or other companions at the temple. And if you're neutral slash light and spare her, she helps the Republic win. While the dark side choice leads to her death or turning on her. So, on the Star Forge, the light side path, after being turned down or turned to the dark side, you confront Bastila. You can either talk her back to the light side, recommended for a Republic victory, or if you fail or choose to kill her as she requests, leading to her death, but allowing the Republic to win. Or on the Star Forge, The dark side path. If Revan turns to the dark side, Bastila joins you, but you might kill her at the Rakatan temple, or she might be killed fighting you or other companions later. So uh, there's a whole bunch of different ways. That was the great thing, right? If you're not, if you don't remember, if you weren't part of the KOTOR generation that we kind of grew up in, right? If you weren't on that train in the 2000s when you had to buy an Xbox in order to play this game, right? And it was Xbox exclusive. I remember I had to buy one specifically to play this game. And so you had to, it was only released on Xbox in like the 2000s, right? 2001, 2002. And it was a game unique to itself because you could choose your adventure. Like I was just describing, you could go light side, dark side, you could go light neutral, you could go kind of neutral dark, but really the dark path always, leads to that dark path. But it was a unique game in which you could pick up different characters through the game if you went on this. It showed us unique things like we see now that they're pulling in Book of Boba with the I'm sorry, in the Mando season 3 with the crate dragon and the crate dragon pearl. You end up being able to make a lightsaber out of that in KOTOR. So there's a lot of pulls from KOTOR into modern Star Wars, but this is unique in the fact that this looks like it's going to be a sequel, not a direct remake of KOTOR, which is sick, right? FOTOR looks dope, and I'm really interested to see how they play this story. Is this Bastila, or could this be the female version of Revan? Right? I don't think so because if they're following the fate, Revan dies, or does he? Right? This is obviously Bastila, or could this be a descendant if she lives and her and Revan have a thing? Could this be like a a Jedi baby? Right? Could this be like 18, 20 years after? And could this be like the offspring of Revan? We don't really know, right? We don't know where this is going. We're all assuming, we're all coming out guessing that this is Bastila and that was the Leviathan. And we're taking stabs in the dark, right? Because we don't know. They didn't give us anything but this trailer. Was the Leviathan one of a kind? I think it was made. So the idea, the lore in KOTOR was that the Leviathan was made by the Starforge for the Sith uh, armada, and specifically for Malik's command ship, right? So from what we know, we know at the end, and we can break down, let's KOTOR, and we'll do the let's break down the KOTOR ending real quick, right? Because I think this stuff is, and if you haven't played it, spoiler alert, you should step out now. Uh, but there's a couple different endings, so it's important to know that. So there's two different variations, right? So I think, or there's two or three different variations. So the main ending, right? There's three different. Let's go through them because I think it's important. I think it's important to go through and talk about where KOTOR ended, more specifically, and how it's going to impact us moving forward here. So the main endings, right? The two main endings, and this is light side, dark side, right? Light side, dark side. So the main endings, the light side ending, you defeat Darth Malik, destroy the Starforge, and are hailed as a Jedi hero and a savior of the Republic. Your redemption is complete. The Jedi Council acknowledges your true identity as Revan, the prodigal knight. Bastila can be redeemed and join you as a Jedi, or can be defeated or killed, like we talked about a minute ago. The dark side ending. You kill Malik, claim the Starforge, and become the new Dark Lord, leading the Sith to conquer the Republic. You take Bastila as your apprentice, embracing your past ruthlessness. You kill companions who turn on you, like Jolie, Mission, and Karth, unless he's left the party. So those are the two main endings, right? You either take Bastila as your apprentice, or you redeem her and go back to the council as a savior, right? So, um, Now, there are variances and nuance. Companion fates, Jedi companions like Jolee leave or die on the dark side, while Karth's fate, living, dying, or leaving, depends on your choices and gender, right? So that's something industry that people forget. You can choose which gender you are at the start of this game. Interesting. The canon ending. Many consider the light side ending, where you redeem yourself and destroy the Star Force, to be more aligned with the borders of Star Wars lore, though some prefer the dark side, embrace Revan's true nature. The cut ending. A unique dark side path for a female Revan who romances Karth was planned but cut, evolving into final confrontation where she did redeem herself. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's two different endings. It looks like what is if this is Bastila, right? And that's a big if. If this is Bastila, is she coming to look for Malik because or remains of Malik or anything of the sort because you know, was he fully destroyed? Is this after the dark side ending? Is this after the light side ending? Which it seems like it would be more the light side ending. So, what is she coming to investigate? Is she coming to get proof for the Jedi Council that Malik was actually destroyed, or not just taking Revan's word for it? Are we going to get to see a Darth Revan in this game? Uh, there's a lot of questions, man. There's a lot of questions. So let's get out of this. Let's get out of this for a second and let's see what they have to say about this. So this is an interview. Um, this is an exclusive interview with the creators, I'm guessing. Okay. Announced at the 2025, and this was just recently, I think, right? The 2025 Gaming Awards. Announced at the 2025 Game Awards, the new role playing game from Arc Anaut Studios and Lucasfilm Games tells an all new story helmed by accomplished game creator Casey Hudson. And this was today. I'm sorry, this is supposed to be for tomorrow. Yeah, why does it say tomorrow? Damn, I'm living in the internet's living in the future, man. Okay. The Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. Step into the role as a Force user on a journey through the galaxy on the edge of rebirth at the end of the Old Republic. A brand new epic narrative single player action role playing game from Arcanaut Studios, developed in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, was announced on stage tonight at this year's because it's midnight. It's going to be midnight somewhere else. Announced on the stage tonight at this year's Game Awards, along with a first look at the thrilling trailer. It was announced that Fate of the Old Republic will be developed by a developed. See, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit we've been talking about. Fate of the Old Republic will be developed by a new studio launched by Casey Hudson, the director of the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and the Mass Effect trilogy. Then we saw the trailer, blending innovative storytelling, memorable characters, and heart pounding combat. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic will immerse you in an unforgettable experience where every decision depends on your journey towards the light or the darkness. In an exclusive first interview on a forthcoming title, Hudson and VP and GM of Lucasfilm Games, Douglas Riley, sat down with StarWars.com to talk about the storied history of KOTOR and tease what we can expect from the new collaboration. In quote, when we developed the original KOTOR, we wanted to create a definitive Star Wars experience. Check. Crafting an adventure that consists of all things we dreamed of doing as Star Wars fans, Hudson says. Now, 25 years after we started, work on that game, our aspirations are equally ambitious. Fate of the Old Republic represents an opportunity to explore contemporary vision of a definitive Star Wars experience using state of the art technology and game design, and an all new story crafted specifically to deliver on the combination of player, agency, and immersion in Star Wars that was the heart of KOTOR. Although Fate of the Old Republic is not a direct sequel or continuation, it, in quotes, it is being built by people who helped shape that legacy, Riley adds. Throughout my 2 decades of working on Star Wars games, including Star Wars The Old Republic, I have been fortunate to see firsthand how much these stories mean to our fans. For us, this new project is honoring that legacy by creating something in the same tradition of that deep, cinematic, choice driven role playing game. Reuniting with Casey has been a tremendous honor, and we are pouring all of our shared passion and experience into building the next great chapter. Creative and clarity, a shared vision. After directing the original and beloved game, Hudson was eager to return to the galaxy, creating a new expression of the tradition of KOTOR, which was released in 2003. Star Wars has been an ever present force in my life from the time I first saw the movie in 1977, and throughout my career, where it has been a constant source of inspiration. Hudson says, it's hard to describe how exciting it was to be able to work in the Star Wars galaxy, contributing its incredible legacy. We had such we had so much fun working on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and it was one of those defining experiences for my career. Hudson remains in contact with Lucasfilm for more than 20 years since, hoping to get a chance to collaborate again. But a project like this is huge, a huge commitment for everyone involved. And it took the right conditions to get everything to line up. This year, Hudson co founded Argonaut Studios, and the stars began to align. Our goal is developing the kind of games I love making, emotionally powerful, cinematic adventure driven by player agency, narrative depth, and immersive world building. He says, uh, conservation between our team and Lucasfilm Games led to an incredible conversations between Lucasfilm and our team led to an incredible opportunity to return to Star Wars. And once again, we can hardly believe we're working on such a special project. Still in the early stages of development, and creation, Fate of the Old Republic benefits from decades of creative experience along with a collaborative partnership. I've always strived to lead very focused projects and creative clarity and align among the team, and a crisply organized production plan, Hudson says. That ultimately makes it possible to deliver a game which meets high expectations, but can but consistently achieving that with large and ambition projects with ever increasing demands on scope and complexity has been a lifelong journey of learning and improvement and personal obsession of mine. As the director, Hudson partners with his team as well as Lucasfilm Games to bring that clear vision to life. Great ideas come from all parts of the team, he says. So my job is to gather and shape a cohesive vision that the entire team contributes to, ensuring that everyone shares that vision and understands their part in creating it. It's in creating it is critical to the success of a project. And this new chapter in Star Wars gaming history will touch on what Hudson sees as the fundamental pillar of the franchise, such as innovative storytelling, memorable characters, challenging gameplay, and immersive agency for the Star Wars galaxy. Oh, we're almost done. Infinite stories to tell. Lucasfilm Games was eager to tell a new story in an era with a lot of possibilities. Star Wars past is a vast open canvas for creators to explore without having to navigate storytelling touchstones from other media. Being set in the past gives us an immense amount of open space to tell a new original Star Wars story while staying true to the spirit of the galaxy we all love. There are quite literally infinite stories to tell. While we will always honor and celebrate the core saga, it's crucial to explore new territory, meet new characters, and see new parts of the galaxy. Riley was especially excited to partner with Hudson given his depth of knowledge in both Star Wars storytelling and RPG game creation. With we have been keenly aware of our keenly aware our fans have been waiting to revisit this player fantasy to create a new RPG that lives up to that devotion was something that we have had to be very careful with. Casey's expertise in crafting deep, long term storytelling and building immersive, choice driven worlds is second to none. We are fortunate to have a game director of one of the most beloved Star Wars games of all time and all time return to a galaxy far, far away. It really blows me away to think that we were part of something that made such a lasting impression, Hudson adds. When we were making KOTOR, we were just focused on making the best game we could and had no idea it would resonate the way it did. Seeing the impact it made with players and how that connection has endured for more than 20 years is humbling and inspiring. Although the team is mum on the details of the story they're telling, Fate of the Old Republic will introduce new characters for all the new story. We're still in early development with many challenges ahead. I'm grateful to have enjoyed the support of KOTOR fans for many years, and I look forward to embarking on this journey together, sharing more of what we're doing as soon as we can. So, ultimately, we're at a point now where um, there's a new card game too. Let's see what's this one. Is this the one I was looking at in the store the other day? Digital collectible game. No, it's not the one I was looking at in the store the other day. Yeah. So yeah. I can't tell you guys how excited I am for this new adventure in the storytelling. This is probably one of the stories that gets the most love in the genre, to be really honest, right? Like KOTOR, I mean, I've played KOTOR on every platform from Xbox to PC to PlayStation and now on the Switch. So there's many, many different places to play this game. I'm sure there's emulators out there also to go and play this game. My recommendation for all fans, whether you've played KOTOR before or this is your first ever hearing about the Old Republic game, I recommend that you get out there and play KOTOR. It is excessively immersive. It is a pick your own character, male, female, looks and all that stuff. You pick your own name. It's a great story on the way. You have a choice, light side, dark side. You can decide if you want to be the good guy or the bad guy, if you want to take over the Sith or you want to follow the Jedi path. It's a very interesting story. If you've never gotten into it, please, I recommend get out there and go see what this is all about from 25 years ago. I can't say anything else. The only thing that I will finish this is, unfortunately, this is the kind of stuff I don't like from companies nowadays, right? This is the exact same kind of conversation we had about Eclipse several years ago. And unfortunately, we're at a place where I would rather they do what they did with Outlaws, hold it close to the vest, and then release it a trailer. Boom, we got to do a couple mods and it's out. This releasing, talking about games that may happen down the road is probably going to cost $1 billion to make this game. Um, so I'm a little worried, right? That's my final note. I'm excited. It's exciting news. The original creator coming in is making his own studio. Doing this is great. I would love to be involved or interview these people at any point. But ultimately, it makes me fearful because we get into this space where the same thing happened with Eclipse. We got this sick ass trailer. It was amazing to look at, and we're never going to see that game. And so this is the kind of stuff that worries me, and it should worry you too, as a fan. So I just want to say thank you guys for being here today. This one came out of nowhere. Got a text. It had just got uploaded 5 minutes, and it was up for 5 minutes before I saw it. I had to get on it. I had to drop everything I'm doing for an hour and come here and spend this time with you guys, talking about it, breaking it down, seeing what this thing is all about. We found out that this game is still in the earliest development, which is not exciting for me as a fan because I've seen this dance too many times and it worries me. And this is one of the things that Star Wars does that worries me because they talk, 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 and then nothing comes out of it. It's like magic. So build your own impression. Don't listen to me. Go out there and see what it is for yourself and make your own opinion. But as always, I want to thank everybody who stopped by and hung out, whether you're here for 1 minute, whether you're here the whole stream, whether you're here just to catch up and laugh at me, or you're here for some actual news. I'm really excited about it. So thank you for being here. As always, don't forget, spay or neuter your pets. Help control the pet population. Don't forget, say what you got to say today. If you love somebody, tell them you love them. If you hate them, tell them you hate them. Don't wait, because today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. We only have one day to live, so live it today and live it the best you want it to be. So thank you, as always, to everybody for being here. I really appreciate any of the support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, join. There's member. We're going to do more member perks in 2026. We've lagged on it this year, but there's way more to come. Thank you, as always, for everybody for being here. My mods in the chat, Stanley's, Matt, Scotty, all you guys that are my mods, I appreciate you keeping it clean. Thank you very much to the members. As always, you guys are the reason we're here. Take care. We'll see you soon. May the force be with you.